guys are doing well. It's the weekend, and today I actually realized that it's almost the end of May, right? On Monday it's going to be June, and then after June, you will only have like what, 20 something days left of school left? And I think that's really amazing considering how fast time is passing by. But before we start today, I just wanted to say welcome back, and I want to show you this thing where you can get subtitles, which are the words that are under the a video when you're watching it. Now let's say that you need some words under the video. In order to do that, you can click the CC up down here, which says subtitles, closed captions, and then words will start coming out and forming, okay? And I feel like that may be very useful for you if you want like a visual of what I am saying and being able to read the words while I'm saying. So that's really helpful. So remember CC for captions, for words when you're watching my videos. If you want to, you don't have to. And another thing is to make sure you click subscribe, which should be under the video, and click on the little bell so you can get a notification whenever I post a video. That may be helpful as well. Now, let's start. Today we'll be reading a book called Aunt Lucy Went to Buy a Hat by Alice Lowe, illustrated by Laura Holiska. Okay, and we will be going over some vocabulary as always. The first word I will be going over is the word trim. Trim. Say trim. To decorate something with pieces of material. So for example, this is trimmed with what? Lace, which is this type of material, which you may have on your dress or some type of hat that you have, or a bow. And sometimes even for like gloves, they are trimmed with feathers like this, which makes them look a little bit more fancier. The next word that we'll be going over is the word brim. As you can see, the only difference between this word and this word is that the beginning sounds are different. So for example, this is t for T, trim, and then this is b, brim. And this meaning would be the bottom part around the hat. So for example, this is wide brimmed because this is very wide, meaning it's bigger. And this would be more of a floppy brim, or sometimes you can say this is what? Black colored brim, right? And it's just like a way to describe how the hat is built. This is floppy. Floppy means that if there's like waves around it, this doesn't really have waves, so it's more like just a wide brimmed hat. The next word that we'll be going over is the word thread. If you can recognize the word read, that means to read, right? In the past tense of read. And if you add the digraph of th with it and you put it together, you make thread, which is a long thin strand of fiber such as cotton. And these are some examples of how thread looks like. These are all pieces of thread. There's blue, pink, green, and there's a whole bunch of other colors that are available to be used when you want to thread something. And this is a needle that can be used while you're threading. And the next word that we'll be going over is the word collapse. Collapse. You may know the word lap, right? And together you make the word collapse. And that means to fall down. So for example, there can be blocks falling down, or you can say blocks collapsing, which is a more advanced word. Or you can say that this lady collapsed on the bed. I think she's actually part of one of the Disney princess series. I think from like Princess and the Frog. Maybe you let me know. I think she is though. But she's collapsing on the bed because she's really, really tired. Alright, so before I start, I just wanted to let you know that while I read this book, I also want you to focus on listening to the rhyming words. Other than the rhyming words, there are also a problem, and there are solutions and problems, and which we will be identifying when we're answering the questions. But again, other than that, I will also want you to listen for the rhyming words. Now, let's start. Aunt Lucy Went to Buy a Hat by Alice Lowe, illustrated by Laura Liska BF. Aunt Lucy went to buy a hat. Gone! My brand new bright blue hat. Drat! So she thinks her hat is gone, but do you guys see her hat? Point to it if you see the hat. Aunt Lucy went to buy a hat. And here's this bird saying, your hat, your hat. He's following her, right? And there's a hat flowing right next behind her. She really meant to buy a hat wide-brimmed and trimmed with lace to keep the sunshine off her face. Again, where's the hat? Let's look for the hat. Can you find the hat? I found it right here. Bird's holding it. Instead, she bought a cat. Aunt Lucy went to buy some milk. Milk for the cat, not for the hat. Milk in a cup for lapping up. So instead of buying a hat like she wanted to, she ended up buying a cat. And can you see where the hat is now? I found it right here. Did you find it? Bet you did. Instead, she bought red silk. Aunt Lucy went to buy red thread full of silk, not full of milk, to sew a gown to wear in town. And then you see this cat going like, milk, I want milk. So as you can see here, that every time she says that she's going to buy something, she doesn't really end up buying it, right? So right now she wants to buy red thread, right? Let's see if she buys it. Instead, she bought a bed. Oh man, she went from trying to buy red thread to a whole bed. Aunt Lucy went to buy a sheet for the bed, not for the thread, a sheet with dots or tulip pops. So now she's trying to buy a sheet for the bed, right? Instead, she bought some meat. She ended up buying some meat to eat. Hey, wait, she said, I want a hat. A hat white-brimmed and trimmed with lace to keep the sunshine off my face. Not milk or silk or a bed or thread. Not tender meat or a dotted sheet. I want a hat. That's that. So she finally realizes what? She wants to buy a hat. Can you guys see the hat? I saw it, but then now I kind of lost it. So can you show me where the hat is? All right, it's right here, and the bird is still holding it. Then the wind went whoosh, and it blew a hat. And lickety-splat and zippity-cat ran after the hat, uphill and down, as it dipped and flipped to the end of town. That cat gave chase like an acrobat, till it caught the lace of that wide-brimmed hat. Why, look at that, you darling cat. You brought me this delightful hat. Aww. A hat white-brimmed and trimmed with lace to keep the sunshine off my face. You're one terrific cat. Then she gave the ham to a farmer man for a jug of milk, not a bolt of silk. And the cat went slurp, slurp, lap, lap, lap. Ooh, she's really enjoying the milk, huh? Because she really needed some milk. And the two collapsed for a well-earned nap. Now who'd imagine all of that from going out to buy hats? And that's the end of the story. Now there's time for some questions. The first one would be, there are several conflicts in this story. Which of the following choices is one of them? Conflicts is another way of saying problems. And basically what this question is asking you is, what problems are in this story? Is it A, Aunt Lucy lost her hat, B, Aunt Lucy has too much money to spend, or C, Aunt Lucy didn't know what to buy? Give you some time to figure that out. Alright, let's go over it now. The answer should be A. Aunt Lucy lost her hat, and that's what happened in the beginning of the story. She kept saying she can't see her hat and she lost it. But what do we realize throughout the story? Every time she was going somewhere, the hat was actually trailing by, right? Alright, so number 2, how was that problem solved? Was it A. Aunt Lucy bought a new hat, B. a cat brought the hat to her, or C. Aunt Lucy found the hat by herself? How did that problem get solved? Alright, let's go over it. The answer was B. A cat brought the hat to her, remember? Which was also the cat that she actually bought, and she called him a terrific cat. Now, I said there are several problems in the story or conflicts, so you're going to tell me another problem that happened in the story. So what's another problem in the story? Was it A, Aunt Lucy bought more hats, B, Aunt Lucy lost more things, or C, Aunt Lucy kept buying things other than hats? What was the other problem that she kept having throughout the story? Think about it and then let me know. Alright, let's go over it now. The answer was C. Aunt Lucy kept buying other things other than hats. Or anything other than what she really wanted to buy, right? For example, when she wanted to buy milk, did she buy milk? No, she didn't. She bought silk. And that just kept happening throughout the story until she realized what she really needed was a hat to keep the sunshine off her face. Number 4, now how was that problem solved? The problem where she kept buying things. Was it A, Aunt Lucy gave what she didn't need to a farmer man, B, Aunt Lucy threw it all away, or C, Aunt Lucy gave it back to the stores? Did she return everything? I don't know, you tell me. Alright, now let's go over it. The answer should be A. Aunt Lucy gave what she didn't need to a farmer man, right? Did she need the meat? No, she didn't. So she decided to give it to the farmer man and get the milk that she really needed, which was really smart of her, right? I'm going to get ready to sort this out. It says, let's sort and put the rhyming words on one box and the words that do not rhyme in the other. So there's one box here that says words that rhyme, and there's another box here that says words that do not rhyme. So now we're going to try to put them in 2 boxes. So right now we're categorizing, right? So the first word is down, brimmed, collapse, silk, trimmed, town, milk, and sunshine. So let's start with this first word. What I would do is say the word and try to find the other ones to see if they rhyme. So for example, down, brimmed, down, collapsed, I don't think so. Down, silk, down, trimmed, nah. Downtown, maybe, right? Downtown. So if it does rhyme, I'm going to put it in this column. I'm gonna grab it and drag it here. And then since I said that town actually rhymes with down, I'm also going to put this one. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm also going to be putting this one over here. And now I'm left with these other words. And now I'm going to give you some time to try to do this. If you need to, you can write it on a piece of paper, which may help you also. Alright, so I'm actually going to go over it now, but if you need more time, feel free to pause the video and get back right into it after you're done. So the next word I see that they are brimmed, collapsed, silk, trimmed, milk, and sunshine. So I'm going to try to find the word brim and see if there's any other word that actually rhymes with brimmed, right? So is it brimmed, collapsed, brimmed, silk, brimmed, trim, brimmed, milk, or brimmed, sunshine? Did you get something that rhymes with brimmed? Yes, right? So brim actually rhymes with trim. They have the same ending sound. And now we have the word collapse, right? Which means to fall. Collapse silk, or collapse milk, or collapse sunshine. Does any of these rhyme with each other? You're right, I don't think so either. So I'm going to put this word on this side, which are words that do not rhyme. Now I'm left with the words silk, milk, and sunshine. Now, silk, milk, silk, sunshine. Which one rhymes with silk? Yes! Milk! Silk, milk. That rhymes just right. And now we're left with sunshine, and since only sunshine is left, does that mean that it has words that rhyme, or does it not rhyme? That's correct. It is not a rhyming word, so I'm going to put it right here. Wow. Now, I just wanted to say watching, and I actually found this very cute visual right here of all different types of food walking and jumping around, and then you see all these eggs taking turns, which I thought was very, very cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye! Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.